everyone. So today we are going to see a program using functions to check whether a string passed as argument to a function is a palindrome or not. So in my last videos, you might have studied how to read the strings, how to print the strings. So here I have included stdio.h to perform various input-output actions by making use of printf and scanf. That's why I have used included stdio.h. Next is there is one function called eSpalin. This is a function name and it takes one character array as an argument and it returns an integer value. So this we call it as function prototype. Next is inside the main I have declared a character array which is the name which whose name is str and it can store 20 characters. And I have declared some integer variables like I, j, length, and flag which is initialized to 0. So I will print a message, enter the string. And to read the string, I have used printf, scanf, percentages, str. And I will print the red string by using printf red string is percentages. So percentages tells that it's a string, that is array of characters. And we are going to specify only the name of the string. Next is we will call the function eSpalin str and we know that this eSpalin will return an integer value. So if this eSpalin of str returns an integer whose value is true, that means it is non-zero, then we print that it is the string is a palindrome. Otherwise we print that string is not a palindrome and we stop that or we return the main. So this is your main function. And coming to the palin function definition, this we call it as function definition. So this we call it as function prototype or declaration. This is declaration, this is definition. So you can observe in the declaration which is just it specifies the return type, the function name, and the arguments terminated by semicolon. Whereas in case of definition, we are writing the first line as it is, and inside that, what is the body of that function definition. So inside this is palin function, I have declared again the integer ij length. Actually here ij length are not required, so you can remove this here from here. And here we require ij length and we initialize I equal to 0. And what's the logic here we do is we'll have one pointer, that is one index which is pointing to the first character and one index which is pointing to the last character. So the last character we have to move by here. I am doing that by making use of while str of I plus plus not equal to null character. This will check whether the character you are reading, str of I, what you are reading, is a null character. So if not, it just increments I, compares with null character. This is done until you get a null character, because whenever you are reading a string, so it is terminated by null character. So when you are doing that, the I will be pointing to the last character which is your null character. So then I will assign this I minus 1 to the length by using len is equal to I minus 1. So now the length of the string will be in the variable length. Now I'll be printing this length of the string by making use of printf length of, this is a percentage s is a placeholder for str, is percentage d is a placeholder for length. So when you run this, you will get a message length of the whatever the string you have read is and what is its length, and it goes to the new line. Next, what is the logic I use here is I have one I pointer pointing to the first character and j pointer pointing to the j index pointing to the last character. So we know that if the string is of length of 5, the index varies from 0 to 4. So here that's why we have initialized j is equal to length minus 1. So this is a comma operator which initializes both I and j. Next is I will compare whether I is less than, I think less than will also do, less than length by 2. So if the value of the first front index, if it is less than length by 2, I will be comparing whether str of I not equal to str of j. If both are not equal, that is first character and the last character, not equal to the not equal, the characters are not equal, I will return 0 indicating that they are not palindrome because there is a mismatch of the characters. If they are same, then I will increment the front pointer and decrement the back pointer. So your I is the front pointer and j points to the last character. So this I will do it, and then I compare whether I is less than length by 2. If it is less, then I compare the next second character and last but one character. So this will be repeated until I becomes equal to length by 2. So once I becomes equal to length by 2, I come out and say that the string is a palindrome by returning the value of 1. So this is your logic for checking whether the string which you have passed is a palindrome or not. Now let us run it and check the output. So now you can check. Once I will give the string which is a palindrome, and then I will give the one which is not a palindrome. You can see that the red string is madam and the length of the madam is 5 and madam is a palindrome. Next I will run one which is not a palindrome. So you can observe the red string is mad, the length of mad is 3 and mad is not a palindrome. This is how you can read a string and pass that string to the function which is here is palin, and it returns 0 if it is not a palindrome, and if it is equal it returns 1 if it is a palindrome. So here if it is the string which you have passed, if it is a palindrome, it returns a non-zero, which means it is a palindrome. If it returns 0, which means it's not a palindrome. Thank you.